What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Mo Street. We are back, and this time with a Triumph Street Scrambler, also known as the Scrambler 900. The reason I got this bike and sold the M209 is due to the fact that I honestly don't like to keep the same bike for more than 2 to 3 years. I've owned the M209 for quite a while, about 2.5 years probably, and always had this kind of itch for classical modern motorcycles. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the performance, features, and my riding experience, some of the mods I've installed, the pros and cons, and find out who this bike is actually for. This 900cc parallel twin high torque bondable engine was updated in 2019 with a lighter crankshaft, magnesium cam cover, a new lighter clutch, and mass optimizer clutch cover. The ride-by-wire throttle control system now offers 3 riding modes: road, rain, and off-road, with a switchable ABS for off-road use. The engine now produces 65 horsepower at 7,250 RPM and a broad spread 80 Newton meters of torque delivered at just 3,200 RPM. Although I haven't tested the performance yet on my Draggy GPS, all 9 posts state that the top speed is around 185 kilometers and a 0 to 100 in about 5 seconds. But don't expect more than this. It is not a performance bike. Although this bike weighs around 220 kilos, it feels quite nimble in the corners, but a little heavy off-road. The weight is neutrally balanced, which makes controlling it for new riders fairly easy. The bike has improved stopping power with a 4-piston Brembo caliper, gripping the single front floating 310mm disc and a single 255mm disc with a Nissin 2-piston floating caliper on the rear. The front suspension has a 41mm cartridge and 120mm of travel, sadly with no adjustability. The rear has a classic twin shock with adjustable preload and 120mm of travel. If you ride in an area with broken roads and potholes, or if you're looking to ride more off-road, I highly suggest that you swap out at least the rear shocks with any high-quality system like Öhlins, YSS, or maybe Fox, which Triumph sells on their official website as an accessory. The cartridge in the forks can also be swapped with an adjustable system. I'll be swapping mine with an Adriani Misano Evo, and the shocks for Öhlins or Fox in the future. With the Scrambler 900 price tag, Triumph should at least give us full adjustability on the suspension, or maybe just produce a Scrambler 900 XE with the full set of Öhlins suspension, front and rear. The spoke tube 19-inch front wheel and 17-inch rear wheel are equipped with Metzeler Torrance tires, providing 70% road and a 30% off-road tread. Surprisingly, these tires grip well on the road, and I'm guessing they have a lifespan of more than 10,000 kilometers. I do like how they feel, but I will be swapping them out with something else later, maybe something more aggressive for the proper bondable look. Speaking of looks, the Scrambler 900 is all for it. Although it does not have the off-road performance as its big brother, the Scrambler 1200, I think it pretty much beats it in the classic design. For some reason, the 1200 leans more towards the modern side of the 900, and the 900 is closer to its predecessors. Although if you want a truly capable off-road scrambler from Triumph, the 1200 XE is the better choice. The Scrambler 900, Street Twin, and the T100 all share the same platform, which means that they are street bikes. The whole point of the Scrambler 900 is to appreciate the looks of the classic Scramblers in a street bike package, or as Triumph mentions on their site, the perfect urban scrambler. When it comes to comfort, I think that Triumph did a decent job. As a 185cm, 80kg rider, standing on the bike felt a little awkward, but it is comfortable while seated with the wide bars, neutral pegs, and wide seat. The torque assist clutch lightens the lever, which makes shifting through the 5 gears a breeze, and the engine sound covers up all the negatives mentioned before. There's something about the sound of the 270-degree crank that makes you want to straight pipe them and blast your eardrums. I kept the catalytic converter and added 2 beautiful shotgun slip-ons from Total Triumph, and as you could see, they look and sound great. These bikes are ready to be customized straight from the dealership with around 86 options for accessories and of course a lot more aftermarket options. So far I've installed a few mods which include a headlight grille and a high mudguard by Triumph, a tail tidy and black levers by Tech, vinyl top fork blackout, a Moton billet aluminum gas cap, Triumph dresser bars, and a single left underbar mirror from eBay. The Street Scrambler is a great bike if you want a comfortable urban enduro that looks great and has neutral power delivery. It's fun, easy to ride, and easy to customize it to stand out from the rest of the crowd. It is an off-road heritage scrambler, and while the modern upgrades are not a cover on the original scramblers, you would still appreciate the retro aesthetic, versatility, and capability for both urban and off-road adventures. It offers the best of both worlds.